Hey guys, well, it's been a while. Finally got the shop about 95% done, organized. You can see all my bins up there with everything in it. It was a struggle. There's some stuff around back that could go outside. That sign's from my buddy. So I put it outside on some racks, and I got some cars outside too. And I just made this space over here and got the TV hung up. So I'm going to move some stuff around, but that's not what this video is. I just wanted to let you know. Now that we're all set up, got it going, we're going to start back on this little girl here. It'd be really nice to have this running and driving, and it's one that can probably park outside and be fine. Then I can get back on some Mustang work. Actually, I'll probably get on this yellow truck next. But so I got all the stuff unpacked. That's from the motor that was that we bought from LKQ, all the parts. Got some extra parts down there underneath the table from the old motor, and parts that I took off, and then the new parts. So the next step is to do these rings on because we honed the cylinders out a little bit just to clean them up. We're not using this pistons, but I've got this set up with a ring in it so I can space the ring for measuring, so it's a consistent point in the cylinder for measuring. This is a piston that came with a kit that was wrong. It had the angle rod place, so tapered rod I think is what they call it. I don't know. Anyway, got the got the stuff laid out. Pistons in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the same order that the motor's sitting. Got the ring set out. I've already done a couple of them, but we're just placing these guys in the correct cylinder and looking at it. Most of them have been taking a good bit off. Been taking a good bit off. Hold on. There we go. Been taking a good bit off, so you'll see that this thing is, man, they are tight. I don't know if they did the rings on purpose, like just made them so that they work everywhere, but the rings are something fierce. You can see there's almost no gap there. Let's see it from this side. There's almost no gap. And that's just crazy. So I still have my whiteboard from the last shop, and I made a note that we're going to set the top rings at 22 and the secondaries at 20. If you see that, went back and verified. So the ring that's on this guy here, is I think it's at 24. It's factory stock. A little bit of wear from the other engine that didn't have oil. Remember, it ran without oil, so that's probably why. I don't know if factory or not, but everyone recommends 22 on the top, 20 on the second, and call it a victory. Should be good for the boost levels we're running, which is 28 to 30 pounds. Anyway, I am debating whether, because they started reselling the cams for these. They were hard to get for a minute. When I first started this, I couldn't find anybody that was selling them, but now they're selling them again. So I might get cams, so I'm not going to start assembling the head. I do have some parts for the head, but yeah. Anyway, bottom line is we're getting the rings in. I'm going to try and get the long block done this weekend, so we'll have a rotating assembly. I don't know if you guys remember, but it did have the crank machined and balanced, so it's already in. If we get these pistons, the rings all filed down on this is a file machine, by the way, sorry. If we get the rings all filed down, we can get the pistons in and buttoned up, and we'll have a rotating assembly. And then it's just buttoning stuff up and looking at the head, resolving the head issues. We have two perfectly good working heads. One of them was on the motor that we got from LKQ. Remember, we power washed it, so that's kind of why it's clean on the outside, as clean as it is. This one's from the motor that had the oil problems. I wanted to keep them separate because I need to look at how the bearing surfaces are and the cams and stuff before I think about using that. But this is the new component on these guys. So like I said, I'm not sure. I think it's Crower that makes the good cams for these. I'm seriously thinking about doing that. It's a shame to do this much work and not take advantage of something as easy as cams before we throw it in. The engine, eBay turbo, we'll see. Anyway, just wanted to give you a quick update on what I'm doing this weekend. Got everything all set up. Finally got the shop ready to work, so we're going to go ahead and get back on the red car the way we want. It's been a minute, so I'm kind of re-familiarizing myself with everything that where I was at before I moved stuff, and starting to get it back in the shape of things. So yeah, I'm excited. I really want to see this thing go down the road. I think it's going to be fun. So we'll get these rings gapped and move on from there. All right. Well, got these guys in, all the top rings at 22. You can kind of see it. It's a pretty good gap. It'll be good for our making sure the rings don't break. It'll have a little bit of blow by, but that's why I have catch cans. So what I've been doing, I'll pull this one out. Once I do probably seen this a million times, but once I grind it on this side, then it's going over the smooth stone and just hitting the bottom of it. But there's still a little bit of something on the edges, this side of the edge and that side. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit, inside and outside. Clean it up with a fine file just to be smooth. Yeah. Anyway, so now we'll start on the secondaries. All right, well, we've got all our rings sized up and placed on. No, nothing new there. This little tool comes in very handy. It's a Craftsman tool, but it comes in very handy for putting the rings on without scarring stuff up. Got them all oriented and in order. I'm fixing to put some bearings in here and check for clearances. Yeah. Probably should have done that before I put the rings on, huh? Anyway, I'll clean those journals off and then put the first one in, and we'll see where we're at. Well, I reckon I should have checked this like 100 years ago, but there's the rod bearings that came with the kit that I ordered. It's an eBay kit, who knows? The first thing I noticed is, man, that looks like a lot. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when I set them next to the doodles here, you can see they are a good bit 1/4 inch too big around to even, I mean, they're, yeah, I don't even know. So there you go. They're not right. So anyway, you have to order a set of rod bearings. So that kind of puts a dampener on finishing up the rotating assembly as I was hoping for, but life goes on. Got the rings on. Pulled this cap off to give it, put the first one in, and of course that didn't work out too well for me. Got these journals cleaned up. They're looking good. I put a wrench on this to turn it, and then I realized, oh, I forgot it turns really nicely. So anyway, that's it for this weekend. We'll see if we can get something happening next weekend. I got the parts ordered already from Rail Street. So, all right. Thanks, guys.